Welcome to Unstoppable Mind today, where we explore the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of new beginnings. Meet Elena, a 42-year-old accountant who spent decades building a stable life, yet she felt a hollow emptiness inside her chest. Every day was a repetitive cycle of numbers and spreadsheets, a safe path she chose over the vibrant dreams of her youth. Once upon a time, she dreamed of becoming a writer, crafting stories that would touch hearts and change the world forever. She also wanted to study psychology, to understand the human mind, or perhaps start her own business and lead with bold innovation. But fear whispered that those dreams were too risky, so she chose security, locking her true passions away in a dusty box. Years slipped by unnoticed, and the vibrant colors of her imagination faded into the gray monotony of a predictable, safe routine. She had achieved what society calls success, a steady job, and a nice apartment, but her soul felt incredibly quiet and starving. The silence of her home was a constant reminder of the stories she never wrote and the adventures she never dared to take. Sometimes she would look at her old journals, but the pain of regret was too sharp, so she quickly looked away again. Time is a cruel master when we ignore our calling, turning days into weeks and weeks into years of silent desperation. Insomnia became her frequent companion, as her unfulfilled potential kept her awake, whispering questions she was too afraid to answer honestly. She looked in the mirror and saw a stranger, a woman who had aged without truly living the life she wanted. Today was a significant milestone, her 42nd birthday, a day that should be celebratory, but felt heavy with unspoken grief. As she struck the match, the small flame illuminated the darkness, symbolizing the faint spark of hope that still remained within her. She realized she had likely lived more than half of her life, yet she had not done the one thing she loved. The realization hit her like a physical blow. The sand in her hourglass was running out, and she was merely existing. Tears of frustration welled up in her eyes as she mourned the decades lost to fear and the pursuit of safety. She took a day off work, wandering aimlessly through the city park, looking for a sign or a reason to keep going. Drawn by the aroma of roasted coffee, she entered a small, quiet cafe that seemed like a refuge from the noisy world. She sat in a quiet corner, nursing a hot tea, watching people pass by, wondering if they carried the same heavy regrets. Next to her sat an elegant older woman with silver hair, who seemed to radiate a sense of deep peace and wisdom. Their eyes met, and the woman's kind smile broke through Elena's defenses, inviting a conversation that Elena desperately needed right now. Elena asked about the small tree, and the woman's eyes lit up as she began to share her passion for nature. It was a young Japanese maple, delicate yet resilient, a symbol of endurance and the beauty that comes with patience and care. Elena confessed her feelings, telling the stranger she wished she had pursued her dreams years ago, but now felt it was too late. The wise woman listened carefully, then shook her head gently, knowing that this was a pivotal moment for the sad stranger. She pointed to the sapling and shared an ancient proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Elena waited, holding her breath, as the woman continued with the second part of the truth that would change everything. With a twinkle in her eye, she finished the sentence. But the second best time is right now, in this very moment. The words struck Elena like lightning, shattering her excuses and illuminating the simple truth she had been blind to for so long. She realized that waiting for the perfect past to return was impossible. But seizing the present was entirely within her control. A spark of determination ignited in her heart. She thanked the woman, feeling lighter than she had in 20 years. She walked out of the cafe into the fresh air. The storm had passed, and the world seemed full of possibilities again. That night, she didn't turn on the TV. Instead, she retrieved her old notebook, blowing away the dust of neglect. Her hand trembled with a mix of fear and excitement as the pen touched the paper, marking the start of her new chapter. She made a pact with herself to write every single day, stealing moments from her routine to feed her starving creativity. It was not easy. Fatigue often tried to pull her back, but she remembered the Japanese maple and kept pushing forward. She invested in herself, taking online courses to sharpen her skills, realizing that learning has no expiration date or age limit. A year passed, and its pile of pages grew. She had finished her first draft, a tangible proof of her persistence. With a beating heart, she sent her work out into the world, hoping someone would see the value in her story. But the world can be cold. Rejection letters began to fill her inbox, each one a stinging blow to her confidence. Doubts crept back in, whispering that she was too old, that she had started too late, and that she should just quit. She looked at the small plant on her windowsill, remembering that growth happens slowly and often unseen before it becomes visible. She refused to let rejection define her. Instead, she used it as fuel, refining her craft and rewriting her story. 2 more years of hard work went by. She was 45 now, but she felt younger than she did in her 20s. Then, one ordinary Tuesday, the email arrived. A publisher wanted her book. The dream was no longer a fantasy. It was reality. She signed the contract, her hand steady this time, knowing she had earned this moment through every early morning and late night. Seeing her name in print was magical, a testament to the fact that it is never too late to be who you might have been. At 46, she published her debut novel. Standing on stage, she looked out at the audience, beaming with pride and gratitude. Readers came to her, not just for the story, but for the inspiration of her journey, proving that dreams have no deadline. She became a beacon of hope for others who felt stuck, showing them that a new chapter can begin at any page. She returned to the cafe, silently thanking the stranger who taught her that the second best time is always right now. Elena's story teaches us 5 profound truths that we must embrace if we want to live a life without regret. Truth number 1. Time will pass anyway. 4 years will go by whether you work on your dream or stay stagnant. Truth number 2. Starting late is infinitely better than never starting at all. Do not let the fear of being behind stop you. The race of life is not against others. It is against your own potential. Finishing late is still a victory worth celebrating. Truth number 3. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience. Your past struggles are now your wisdom. Elena used her discipline as an accountant to finish her book. Everything you have learned so far will serve your new path. Truth number 4. Comparison is the thief of joy and the enemy of courage. Focus on your own lane and journey. Do not look at those who succeeded early and feel diminished. Your timeline is unique, and your bloom will be just as beautiful. Truth number 5. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. You cannot think your way into bravery. You must act. She ignited a fire in others, reminding them that their stories are still valuable and waiting to be told to the world. So if you are sitting there feeling like you have missed the boat, remember that the sun rises anew every single morning. Plant your tree today. Pick up that pen, start that business, or learn that skill. Do it for the future you. Don't let the ghost of what if haunt you forever. Replace it with the thrill of what is next and move forward. The path may be uncertain and the climb may be steep, but the view from the top is worth every struggle. Forgive yourself for the time lost. It was necessary to bring you to this moment of realization and deep awakening. Stop counting the years you have lost and start counting the days you have left to make a meaningful impact. Your passion is not dead. It is simply dormant, waiting for you to breathe life into it with a single courageous decision. Write your first chapter today. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be written by you right now. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. The world needs your unique contribution. Like the Japanese maple, You can grow strong and beautiful at any stage, provided you are willing to plant the seed. Take a deep breath. Release the weight of the past. Feel the lightness of the present and the promise of the future. The road ahead is yours to travel. No one else can walk it for you, and no one can stop you. Let this be your mantra. It is never too late. Repeat it until you believe it. Then act until you prove it. Elena found her way, and so can you. The map is in your heart, and the compass is your intuition. Turn your hourglass over. Reset your time. Your life begins anew the moment you decide to stop waiting and start living. Spread your wings. You were not made to crawl in the shadows of regret. You were made to soar in the light. Inspire those around you by living fully. Your courage will give others permission to pursue their own hidden dreams and desires. As the sun sets on your doubts, let it rise on your actions. Tomorrow is a gift, but today is an opportunity. You are not alone in this journey. We are all travelers seeking meaning, and together we can overcome the fear of starting late. Make peace with your younger self. She did the best she could, and now you can take it from here. Be the lighthouse for your own life. Guide yourself through the storms of doubt back to the shores of your true purpose. Work hard, dream big, and never let anyone tell you that your time has passed. Your prime is whenever you decide. Keep climbing. The steps may be steep, but your legs are strong, and your heart is ready for the ascent. Gratitude opens the door to abundance. Be thankful for the wake-up calls, even if they come later than you expected. Open your eyes to the vastness of your potential. The limits you see are only illusions created by fear and habit. Throw off the bowlines. Sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore. Dream. Discover. Success is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. Elena is already planning her next adventure, and so should you. Just like autumn leaves are the most colorful, the later years of your life can be the most vibrant and meaningful. Find silence amidst the noise. In the quiet, you will hear the whispers of your soul guiding you to your destiny. Be like water, soft yet persistent. Flow around obstacles, carve your own path, and keep moving towards the ocean of your dreams. Imagine walking into a store and seeing your dream realized. Hold that vision in your mind and let it drive you. Your work will touch lives you will never meet. Your courage ripples out into the world in ways you cannot imagine. Share your story. Your vulnerability is your strength. When you speak your truth, you liberate others to do the same. Transformation is messy and uncomfortable, but it is the only way to earn your wings. Embrace the struggle of change. When you align with your purpose, work feels like play. Fatigue is replaced by a burning desire to create and contribute. Aim for the highest peak. Do not settle for the foothills when you were born to conquer the summit of your potential. Keep your body strong so it can support your dreams. A healthy vessel allows you to navigate the journey with endurance. The most important validation comes from within. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are proud of your courage. One day, looking back, you will see how all the dots connect. Your delay was not a denial. It was preparation. The door is open. You hold the key. Walk through it and claim the life that has been waiting for you. She looked back at her old life without bitterness, only gratitude for the lesson that comfort is the enemy of growth. Surround yourself with people who fan your flames, not those who try to extinguish your fire with their own fears. She finally found where she belonged. Not in a cubicle, but in the world of words, imagination, and boundless creativity. The storm has passed. The sky is clear. It is time for you to build, to create, and to live. 4 years changed everything. Imagine what the next 4 years could do for you if you start today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Your future self is begging you to start. Let your life flow into the ocean of possibility. There are no limits except the ones you place on yourself. You have an unstoppable mind. Unlock it, unleash it, and watch as the world transforms around you in amazing ways. Thank you for watching Unstoppable Mind today. Subscribe for more stories that ignite your soul and empower your journey forward.